What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video in our YouTube series. This kind of became a YouTube series. It's really supposed to originally just be teaching how to build a basic plugin anyway, but it kind of turned into a YouTube thing, so we're just running with it now. Okay. Anyway, hey, if you aren't subscribed, would you just hit the button? Thank you very much, and I appreciate you. And if you do, and for anybody who is already subscribed, I appreciate you. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be talking about number 3, right? Ichi-ni-san. Ichi-ni-san. We're talking about number 3. Okay, and this video is actually going to break into multiple parts because when we're creating a multiple channel inclusion, this actually has quite a few parts in order to be successful in our build. The thing is right now we're just using a channel ID, a primary one, and then our importer page uses this field in order to import videos. Well, if we're going to be importing videos from multiple sources, we have to do a couple of things. First, like I talked about, we have to create a custom post. Why do we have to create a custom post? Because we have to be able to store multiple channel IDs and delete multiple channel IDs. Then when those channel IDs are scheduled for deletion, we have to be able to find the videos that are correlated to that channel ID in the database. And guess what? Are you guessing? Go for it. Yeah, we have to delete those too. I guess we could give the user the option. We could say, do you want to delete them or no? That's the cool part, is we really have the options to do whatever we want. But in this case, we're actually going to delete them when the user deletes it. So first things first, let's hop straight back into Visual Studio Code, and let's head to our admin side and our, or actually, you know what? Not there. Let's go to includes into the base class. Now, we have a couple of plugins for the administrative hooks. Or not plugins, sorry. A couple of, oh yeah, we have a couple of different settings going on, but we're really focused on this one right now, which is our custom post. And what we want to do is we want to create another one of these. And how do we do that? Well, we just do a little bit of stealing. And the way we do that is we grab this and we put it right beneath it, and now we are, guess what, making another one. And on the init, we're creating another custom post type to hold our videos. And this one we're going to say and channel IDs. Now this is custom YouTube API. Let's call this custom YouTube channel IDs. Wow, look at that. Suddenly we have a new function ready to go. So in our admin file over here in the test, we can scroll on down, scroll, and then down at the very bottom, inside the class, right here, we can just give ourselves a couple lines, and let's say public function. I copied the name before I came over here, and boom, now we're ready to add another custom post. And let's give that some commenting too. Another custom post, but this time for channel IDs. Alright, so guess what we can do here? Guess what? Stealing. No, times 2. So we're going to take this here, and we're just going to steal this too. Just like that, because it's already doing what we want it to do, but instead, we're going to make it do something a little different. So, instead of, obviously, this stuff, I'll probably fast forward this part because I'm going to be writing some stuff, obviously, and that's pretty boring because you guys already know what I'm going to do. But if anybody wants to stick around for a second and see, the main things you want to make sure you change is what you establish the type as, and what you label it, and all that kind of stuff. So, right here it says YouTube videos. We're just going to say YouTube channel IDs, not Chanik. YouTube channel IDs, YouTube channel. You see, you just kind of have to write this stuff manually, so it's not that big of a deal, but parent channel, all channels, just copy the word channels, add new channel, no, you want new YouTube channel, everything else is good. Down here, we're going to change this to YT YouTube channel ID, so YT channel lid is what it looks like, I guess, and there it is. We could change all these options. I've already gone over this like 100 times. You can set these. It's so easily. There's a ton of documentation on custom argument arrays for custom posts and what you want to set as true, what you want to set as false, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just going to copy it from our last one. I'll probably end up changing these in the end. But for now, guess what we just did? We registered a custom post type called YT channel ID. And we did that by adding a new code here and to our administrative side. Now, if we refresh this, it will actually do that. If there's no error, we will receive no error. So now we have a new post type established. Well, in this video, now that we have a new post type established, let's go ahead and create another form underneath this. I kind of want to do that too. We're not going to make it actually do the code yet because that's a whole nother thing. And I don't want this video to end up like half an hour long. That keeps happening to me in my Tag Mixer series because there's so much to do. But the way we do that is actually not in the administrative. We're actually going to go up to the admin partials, and we're going to go into the settings callback page, because this is where our settings are currently being accessed from, or where we're going to do that. We're going to scroll down to the first accordion, which contains our YouTube API importer, and we're going to go ahead and go right underneath this form. Give us a little bit of space. Let's give us another horizontal rule, not a BR. I want HR. Not HR time, and then another BR. All right, looks pretty good. Now what we need to do is go out and grab ourselves a little bit of code. So let's go back to Bootstrap. You know what's funny is I had somebody say to me, I had somebody say it in my comments, and I had somebody say it to me privately, you do so much with Bootstrap, why don't you just make a whole course on Bootstrap? I was like, what do you think I'm doing here, huh? Dummy? I'm just joking, you're not a dummy. But you were right actually to say that to me because I've done so much with Bootstrap. Anyway, and I actually I've only been using it because it makes sense for this course. But all right, so back over here, let's go ahead and paste that in. That's just going to give us a form. And now we have another form. So this is an email form. This is the one that it displays back in Bootstrap right here. And I don't want it to do this, obviously. In this particular case, we just need one field, which is a new channel ID name. So let's just call this new channel ID. And then let's get rid of everything else, the other two fields. We don't need those. And then let's go for an inform. This method, this is going to be a couple different things. We're going to say method equals get and action equals nothing. I've gone over this a lot, why we need to do this, particularly because we want to send it to the same page with a get, and we need to send through the hidden field that contains the page. Remember, we kind of talked about that a few times, but we haven't actually gathered that in here. So we're actually going to steal in that code from something else too, which is our importer call page. At the top, we're going to steal this little bit right here, getting the current page. We're going to take that back to our settings call page and go ahead and just put that right up in there. I'm actually going to close that one. And then down below, you're going to see that in my forms, in our importer call page, we have a hidden field. Now it's really important. In our form, dang it, where are you at? I guess I probably scrolled right past it. Yeah. Right here, we need this hidden action here. We need to take that back to our other form on our settings callback page, down in our first, right here. In that new, right here in that new form we just created, we need to include that. So that is now getting the page. And I've explained this so many times, I guess I can do it another time. So in WordPress, you have to be able to send back the page that you're on, the administrative page, or WordPress doesn't know where to send this data. It just like sends you into the dead zone, basically. I don't know why I keep calling it that, the Twilight Zone, whatever. It just basically sends you into a black hole, right? And it says, we don't know where to send your information back to, so we just return this. We don't return this. So first thing we have to do in our form, our hidden field, is we have to gather this and then re-include it back as the first variable so that the page knows to return here and knows to carry through the other variables. So this is not going to be email address. In fact, this is going to be new YouTube channel ID. And then we're going to take this. It's not going to be an email type. It's going to be a text type. We're going to take this new channel and we're going to make that the ID. We also need to make it the name of this field. Okay. And then area described, I'm just going to take that out for the moment. I don't need a placeholder. And then this little ID email help, I'm actually just going to call it, well, we could leave it. Let's just call it new channel ID help. Our new channel help, that's fine. And then what we'll say in here is your channel ID should look like this. Something like this. We could also put a link here to the website, you know, that gives you channel IDs, but let's just go ahead and take the channel ID from right here and then paste it. type submit. I don't want it to be a button primary. I want to make it look a little different. The other one, let's give it a success. Okay, let's take a look at what we're dealing with now. We should have a little bit of difference here. All right, so as you can see now, we have a small section below here for a new channel ID. Let's actually add some text to it too, because it's kind of just like, it doesn't really tell the user what to do at all. So let's just say, how about, let's inline style this, and let's just say font size is like 24 pixels. That's good. And then we're going to say enter new YouTube channel IDs below and re-import your videos to add them to the videos page and database. All right. All right, it's shaping up, isn't it? We're making some progress here. Just want to take a look at what it looks like. All right, pretty good. So that's going to be inside of our YouTube API and settings. It's all inside that setting. So right here, we now have a we do now have a submittable form that has YouTube channel ID. However, when the page reloads, it doesn't know what to do with it. So if we just put something in and then submit it, you're going to see the page return, but doesn't know what to do. See, so it had that hidden page variable, and then it has new channel ID and the channel ID. Okay, so that's ready to go. That's ready to actually add a new custom post based on that custom post that we just added back in our administrative class. Or it wasn't there, sorry. It was in, or no, it wasn't the admin class. I'm sorry, it wasn't the admin class. Down at the bottom, and we just called it YT channel ID. So we could easily just add a custom post. Remember up at the top, we could just make a new thing that says if get variable new channel ID equals something, that means the user submitted this form, so we need to add it. And then check for duplicates and all that business, which we'll talk about. But we're already at that point. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it here because I kind of want to keep these videos, like I said, a little shorter, 10 minutes a piece, rather than making these videos, you know, just keep slinging out to half an hour, because that keeps happening to me in my other course, and I want to keep these ones more consistent. So in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to actually build the drop down that contains the custom posts. We're going to add a few new channel IDs, and then we're going to display them in a drop down and make them deletable, and then probably write the code for going through the database and deleting the videos real time too, which isn't as hard as it sounds. A lot of the stuff's easier than it sounds. So hey, if you like this video, you know what to do, don't you? Just subscribe, will you? Will you? And if you're already subscribed, I do appreciate you very much. Looking forward to working my way towards 1,000. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next part, where we go ahead and add those drop downs and start adding some custom posts, and then eventually start importing bunches of videos from different channels.